Thanks for joining me. This is Danny, and welcome back to my Real Tech series. This is episode number 55, in which we are going to be doing some olive oil automation. So the Dannyville now has a brand new grocery store. It doesn't really have anything in it yet. This is all empty stuff that we're going to be filling out over the next several episodes. Today what we're going to be working on is filling up this barrel with olive oil. Olive oil is something that you can add to any foods in the game that will give it extra saturation and extra food points. You get olives basically from breaking olive leaves, and they drop olives. You can take those olives and put them in a crushing tub and jump on them. So every 4 olives gets you 1 jar of olives, or of olive oil. So if we jump on this 20 times, I don't know, the fact that we have a jump boost, I don't know if that's going to affect anything, probably not. Okay, there we go. So then we can grab 5 buckets of, or 5 bottles of olive oil, and we can combine that with any food. So in this case, I'm going to combine it with marshmallows. Now, we can see that marshmallows give us 2 food pops and, 1, 2, 3, 4.5 saturation. So, but if you look over here, you can see it doesn't look any different. However, looks can be deceiving. It doesn't actually show you what it's giving you, that it's giving you extra food, but it actually is. And we'll be able to tell after we eat. Okay, so I made myself hungry so that I am 6 points short of full. And when we hold on to this, we can see that it's showing us that we're going to get 4 hunger points, and that our saturation is going to go up to this point. But when we eat it, we'll see that it's actually going to fill up our hunger points, and it's going to give us an extra point of saturation. So that's basically what olive oil does. So what we're going to do is that whole process that we just went through manually, we're going to automate that. In a previous episode, quite some time ago, we had set up a ironwood tree farm in this greenhouse. Today we're going to be converting this into an olive wood greenhouse. This tree farm is fully automated by this little drone here from Pneumaticraft. And that drone is being controlled by this program in here. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of detail on how this program works today, because I had already gotten into detail in 2 other episodes where we had set up this program and then made some changes to it. But as you can see, when a tree grows, this guy comes and breaks it down. He picks up all the items, and then he takes the iron berries and puts them in this squeezer, which then squeezes them into iron juice or whatever it's called, which then makes iron nuggets, which gives us this iron in this compacting drawer. Now, we no longer need this. So I'm going to be changing this setup today so that I'm basically going to go into this program, and anywhere that we've referenced ironwood, I'm going to be changing that to olive wood, and all the saplings, we're going to be changing those to olive wood saplings, and we're going to change our filters so that they are pulling the olive wood and saplings and putting the olives in here, which are then going to get squeezed out into olive oil and then sent over into our grocery store, basically. So that's it. This should actually be fairly simple, since we pretty much have most of the infrastructure in place. So the first thing we're going to have to do is disassemble our existing farm. So I am going to, actually I'm going to have to scroll through to get my pneumatic wrench. And just like with that guy, he's going to drop himself along with everything that he was carrying. He was carrying this axe, which I'm going to put... Oh, you know what? I'm just going to throw the axe away because he's going to craft a new one anyway. And I'm just going to put this guy in the charger for now. So this drone we set up a long time ago has some upgrades. It has these 5 dispenser upgrades, which give it additional storage slots, and it also has item life upgrades so that in case it takes damage, it will be able to replenish itself. The only thing that it would really take damage from in this situation is maybe suffocating from trees growing on it. And we're going to tear down all these trees because we're no longer growing ironwood here. And I'm not going to start growing the olive wood trees yet until we have everything else set up. Again, I'm not going to get into detail about how this program works. I'm going to leave most everything the way it is. There's basically 2 branches to this program. One where it's making itself axes, and it's using ironwood to do that because we're storing ironwood here. We're going to get rid of that ironwood storage, and we're going to change that into olive wood. Oh boy. Olive wood. And same here. Whoops. Here we're crafting with ironwood, but we will instead be crafting with olive wood, which is going to give us the same result. Well, actually, it's going to give us olive wood planks, not the same result. And then these we're going to change to olive wood planks. All the way around. You know what? There's a better way for me to do this. Let's just get rid of these. And we can middle click to copy these. Okay, so there's our axe. Now sticks, don't care what kind of wood they're made from. And again, we can just do the same thing. I'm going to middle click this to grab it. We'll get rid of that, and we'll replace it with that. And then here, we're going to change this to olive wood saplings. And that's it. So now this program is going to craft axes with olive wood that it finds in that same barrel. And then it's going to harvest the same area. We don't have to change the areas, but it's going to be harvesting olive wood. And then replanting. It's going to be placing the blocks. Olive sapling. And then everything else can stay the same. So then we need to put our drone in here. The cost of this, what did I do with the drone? I put it over here. The cost of this program shouldn't change at all because we're using the same puzzle pieces. So we should be able to just zoop, and then that's all set. All right. So now we have to do, well, basically I'm just going to disassemble all this stuff because we don't really need any of this stuff anymore. Make sure I have enough space in my inventory. Yep. We don't need a furnace. We don't need that. We don't even need... Oh, we do need power still. We don't need this drawer. I'm going to basically empty out the drawer by grabbing the blocks of iron. I guess I'll grab these. Oh, and we still have 3 iron nuggets. Remove that. If you weren't here for the last episode, this is the reason we no longer need the ironwood tree anymore, because this thing is getting us lots of iron. I'm just going to package this guy up with packing tape, so that way I can break it and pick it up and bring it back to the base. And I'm just going to manually move this stuff into our system. Of course, I could put a hopper on that, but yeah, whatever. I'm just going to do this manually, because what I can do is just throw everything on the ground. Oh my gosh. And then just double click up here until it's all in there. All right, it's all in there, right? Yeah. Now I'm gonna take a key, which I think is in here. There we go. I'm gonna unlock that, and I'm gonna grab some olive wood. Which I don't have in here. There we go. There's some olive wood. Actually, I may as well grab some saplings right away too, and some. I've already got some olives. And actually, you know what? I'm just gonna break this now. We'll take this back to the tree farm. Oh wow, it retained its... Okay. Alright, storage drawers. What's going on? I unlocked you. Alright, let's just try this. Let's put some olive wood in there. I mean, some ironwood. Lock it, unlock it again, and then pull it out. There we go. Okay. There. Now we can lock that up. So this guy should see that as the exact same inventory. If we look in JEI under our olives and we see what uses they have, we can see that we can put them in an industrial squeezer from Immersive Engineering to get olive oil. It's the same yield as when we use the crushing tub, 250 millibuckets. We can also put them in a squeezer from forestry, which is what we've got right here. So if I throw these in here, it's going to squeeze them, and every 4 of them is going to get us 1 full bucket. And then we can use any type of fluid extractor to pull that stuff out and put it in any other type of inventory. So now this is going to fill this thing up with olive oil. Hooray! And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract from this, and I'm going to run pipes under the ground here. I'm going to have it go into the side where I've got a little hole in our grocery store. But here I'm actually going to use Immersive Engineering fluid pipes. Actually, I've already got them in there going into that barrel, because with these we can grab a steel scaffolding and do that, so it'll kind of cover it up. And then I'll run this out, and then I'm just going to run this into the ground. And actually, I'll probably put another steel scaffolding there. But the nice thing about this is we can use those whenever we want to, but we can also use these Ultimate Car Mod fluid pipes. And since the fluid extractor from the Ultimate Car Mod is way easier to use than the Immersive Engineering pump, we can use that to pull the fluids and then just connect it into these fluid pipes. Now when we connect it, it's not going to look like it's connected, but it actually is. So this is going to work just fine. Trust me. So I'm just going to clear this out. Oh, and we already have some pipes. We already have some pressure tubes running into... Ooh, I saw lava down there. So this is going into the charger out in our greenhouse. So our other stuff is going to be right over here somewhere. But I'm going to just pop my head out here to see where we're going. So right there, that barrel right there is where I want to... Oh, we've got some more stuff here. Okay. So I might have to move that stuff around a little bit. So that... Okay, that's bringing stuff back into the squeezer. So we'll have to make sure that that's bringing olive oil into the squeezer. This is where we're going to have to come back in. Okay, so we'll need to reroute these hopper ducts. But basically we're going to put an extractor down there. You know what, that doesn't cover the whole block, which isn't ideal. But I don't know, I might just leave it that way. Let's see what that looks like from above. Looks like crap. Okay. Okay, I have another idea then. We'll come out of the back of it, and then we'll use the Immersive Engineering pipe there with the scaffolding. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little better. And it actually kind of looks like it's connecting too. Alright, so now all we have to do is run pipes. And I'm just going to run the cheap... Well, I'll just run whatever I have. I've got a bunch of these fluid pipes from the car mod, so I'm just going to run these as far as I can. Ooh, I better make sure I remember to fix this. There. Okay. That should work. Okay, the final connection. Ta-da! Now, it doesn't look like it's connected. But if we go look in the store, we should see that that barrel is filling up with olive oil. It's not. Uh-oh. Okay, so I've discovered that we can go from the Ultimate Car Mod pipes to the Immersive Engineering pipes, and it'll work. But we can't go from Immersive Engineering pipes to Ultimate Car Mod pipes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put another tank here as kind of an intermediary, and then that tank's going to get filled up. It'll give us a little bit of extra buffer. And then down here, I'm going to extract, well, I'm going to clean up my mess here from when I was testing things. going to extract from that tank using a fluid extractor from from the Ultimate Car mod, and then we're going to use these pipes for as long as we can, and then we're going to connect those to the fluid pipes from Immersive Engineering, and that should work. In fact, might as well just use the rest of these. 1, 2, 3. And we should be able to go like that, that, and that. And then if we come back here, the first thing we should notice is that this tank is empty. Yay! Okay, so that works. Nice. And if we go into the food store, we should see that we have olive oil. Yay! Okay, so I made one change to the program, one more change to the program, and that is that I'm having it check the contents of this barrel at the beginning, and if it has, it's only going to proceed if it has less than or equal to 16,000 millibuckets. I'm guessing what that means, because this thing can hold 16 buckets. So we do need a few more puzzle pieces. Fortunately, we had a bunch of extra ones, so I'm going to add that to the program. And so what should happen is when this liquid barrel is full, our drone should just stop until it's not full anymore. In fact, okay, I actually just also added the standby command here so that it will kind of power down while it's waiting. So now if we set this guy down, nothing's going to actually happen at the moment because it has, well, it's going to make itself some axes from the wood that's in that drawer. So that's good. That still works. I'm going to plant some saplings here just to get things started. Oops. Okay, and now we wait. We wait for something to grow. I'm actually going to grab some bone meal. Bone meal a tree. The drone should cut it down. And then put... Oh, you know what? I need to change this filter. We don't want... Or we only want to take ironwood and olive wood and olive saplings now. Okay, now it should pick up all the dropped items. And then it should replant. And then it should just go over here, drop everything off in this chest. The olive oil should end up in the squeezer. Yep. And then everything else got sent over there where where our colonists will take care of it. And now this guy has some olive oil in it. Now I removed the extractor from here for now just because I want that bucket to fill up on us. Okay, so this barrel is full, so this buffer is starting to fill up here. Oh. Okay, so that may have happened. He may have started doing that before that happened, so let's see. This might not work. I might have to use a different technique because these barrels, they might not report the way other things do how much they have, because like the one probe doesn't tell me how much is in here. So once he finishes this, I'm going to try to grow another tree and we'll see what happens. He's going to replant. Oh. Drop everything off. Okay. So now he's just hanging out there. Okay, another tree grew. Yeah, he's going to... Okay, so that isn't working. So we're going to have to make a change. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at the liquid inventory of the squeezer. Of course, this isn't reporting its liquid inventory either, is it? Oh boy. And actually, all I want to say here then is if it's greater than 0. So we only want to do it if it's less than or equal to 0. Okay, so then I'm going to grab this guy again. Reprogram him. So condition is less than or equal to 0. So when I do this, he should do nothing. Are we ready? Ready to watch him do nothing? Yes, he's doing nothing. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now if I put this fluid extractor on here, this is going to start emptying out, and as soon as that's empty, this guy should cut down that tree. You ready? Yes! Hooray! Perfect. Cool. That way this won't overflow, and he can rest while we have enough olive oil. So as soon as the olive oil starts overflowing into the squeezer, then he stops. Awesome. Now if we go over here, we should see that this barrel is completely full and will always be completely full. We will always have a completely full barrel of olive oil there. And then what I'm going to do, there's no actually, in this pack, there's no way to automatically get it to fill the jars with olive oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep some empty jars here. And actually I'm going to need another barrel, or another drawer here, but eventually. But then we can just, whenever we need olive oil, we can just grab it and right click on it, and then we can use that with our stuff. Nice. Okay, well, I think the mistake I made here, as I said, less than or equal to 16,000. So when it was full, it would still evaluate to true. But that's okay. This, actually, I kind of like this better anyway, having it just look at the squeezer's inventory. So that way, if anything backs up or whatever into the squeezer, then it'll just stop, which it already is because I put our existing olive oil in there. But now, this tree farm will be available for us whenever we need more olive oil. So as we use it, it'll start cutting down trees and getting us more olive oil. Nice. That's a complete build. Check it out. So this was actually the first step in our multi-step process of basically filling in this grocery store with stuff. So in the next coming episodes, we are going to be automating deluxe nachos, which is a food that gives us every single nutrition. And as you can see, I have all my nutrients balanced out right now so that they're all exactly the same. So that way when we start eating our deluxe nachos, we'll be able to bring all of our nutrients up together. And then we're also going to do another food that doesn't give us any nutrients, because in this pack, as you may know, we need to keep our nutrition between 90 and 99. If it gets up to 99 or 100, then we lose the buffs that we get. So like right now I've got an extra 20 hearts, I have some extra toughness. I think that's it. Oh, and resistance? I think it's just toughness. I can't remember exactly now, but we're getting all those extra buffs because our food is in the 90s. So if we get up too high, then we lose those buffs because, then we don't have a balanced diet, right? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making another food, probably marshmallows, because they have no nutrients. We can make it with honey, eggs, and water buckets, and we can make these in the immersive engineering assembler. So the space above the grocery store is actually, we have a fairly large space up there that's basically going to be our food processing area. So I've opened it up between these two buildings so that we're going to have all this space to work with. So we're going to be setting up our food production up here. This is going to be our food factory that's going to be distributing directly to the grocery store. So that should be fun. I'm actually looking forward to this project. So if you do have any questions or comments or ideas, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button and to join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.